This computer. Maths is hard, innit? That's our sync phrase. It's not, I'd rather have a bowl of Cocoa Pops. Maths is hard, innit? There's an old...
I'm sorry, are you speaking American? Or
So there was an old BBC thing that they used to do for like radio and all of that kind of stuff when they needed to sync mics. The person who was doing the main recording would go, I'd rather have a bowl of, and wait for the other person to go, Cocoa Pops. Because it's do you guys, I'm assuming from the blank looks, you don't have Cocoa Pops.
Yeah, we have Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, I was gonna say. Yeah, we had Nesquik Cocoa Pops.
We're allowed for me.
And they had...
Should we low down the music? It sounded like it got a little louder.
yeah, it definitely got
Chance made
louder.
it louder.
Some of them do jump around in volume. Just a smidge.
Just tell the conductor to, bring down the vocals a bit.
There we go. Right. Audio fuckery aside. Let me open up
There is
Samsung
the
Notes
tip.
where I very professionally wrote a brief recap because apparently this is more serious than our actual podcast, so I wrote an actual recap for this. So, hello, family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers, and welcome back to Not Immortals. Welcome back
You
to
can do it in the
Practical Heroes.
morning.
This is Practical Heroes, but this is not Immortals. We are back in the morning adventures of Duke and Dude. So, in accordance with my notes saying, insert dramatic movie narrator voice. Previously on Duke and Dude. In a chance encounter in the Three Turtle Tavern, Duke, the wandering Leonin, crossed paths with Dude, the party-planning goblin, when a mysterious man handed them a strange note seeking help. They left town to investigate and quickly found themselves in a place that they no longer recognized. They continued along the road, passing a large magical set of gates before arriving at a crossroads where two children asked them to save their baby sibling from a monster trapped in their house. Duke and Dude made their way straight to the top floor, whereupon the entire house rapidly began to age. It was at this point that they were attacked by an animated suit of armor. And now... So the suit of armor collapses around you. The suit of armor crashes to the floor as you finish obliterating it. You see all around you the house has rapidly aged in the short time that you were fighting the suit of armor. Cobwebs and dust, have grown on all the walls, in all the corners. There is dust caked on dust, caked on dust. The windows that were letting in small amounts of light beforehand are bricked up. The stairs are cracked and creaky. And there is a loud clang as multiple pieces of armor drop to the ground as the suit just disassembles from the final blow.
Duke?
This seems to be a little different than we thought coming in here, don't you think, dude?
I think somebody did us bamboozle.
Oh, the old bamboozled. That's nothing new to me. Shall we, there's still a baby in here, though. Yeah, or maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
a baby?
Baby! Baby!
So,
I don't know. We should check.
while this is happening, God, I've forgotten the names already. This is what happens when you introduce new people.
Mine
Mitch
rhymes.
doesn't do well with names. So, whilst this is happening,
Detritus.
Who have we got? We've got, yes. Is there a specific way of saying it? Because otherwise I'd say detritus like we do here in
Well, I
the
think it's
US.
pronounced detritus.
Okay. So detritus and scrolls back through Discord. Nope, that's still dude. That's still dude. That's still dude with custom stuff. And that's dude casting party streamers. Ah yes, Brum Drum.
Weekend at Straws.
That's
So-
me.
Detritus and Brum Drum. Through whatever various reasons, the two of you ended up in the same tavern. You were in the Dragon's End. In Dragon's End. You were enjoying a nice drink when a rather finely dressed gentleman came elaborately marching almost into the room and headed towards the table that the two of you were sat at, and promptly produced a sealed letter which he held out to you and requested your help, and said all details would be found within the letter. Went to the bar, paid for everyone's next round of drinks, and left. You opened the letter, which you noticed on the front had both of your full names on it. Whether or not you two have actually met each other before, I will leave up to you two. But it had your full names on it, and had a lot of very hard to read cursive that I read out last time, and I don't want to read again. But basically, the burgomaster of a place called Barovia is requesting your aid, as someone he cares for quite deeply has been afflicted by some sort of dark, bad thing. And the final thing this man said before he left was, "Be wary. It is dangerous to travel the Svalich Woods at night." And you've never heard of the Svalich Woods. But when you asked for directions to Barovia, he told you to head out and essentially just head towards Through Pass. So you did that, you left Dragon's End, you began to make your way towards Through Pass, and you're not quite sure when, but at some point along the way, you found yourself in a place that you didn't recognize. And you followed the road, and you came to a crossroads, and there were two children stood at the crossroads. Bless you. There were two children stood at the crossroads. You could see in the distance a mansion with, up near the top floor, strange flashes of light coming from, like, kind of emanating through the windows. And the two children kind of said to you guys, in essence, "We need your help. Our little brother is trapped on the third floor. There is a monster in our house, and two people have gone in to try and save him, but we think they might be in trouble. The monster is in the basement, they think, trapped, but the two people who went in to help are presumably from the sources of the flashing up on the third floor. So you ran as fast as you could into the house, and Duke and Dude, as pieces of armor clatter to the ground around you, you hear footsteps storming up the staircase, and you guys hear the echoing sound of a goblin screeching about being bamboozled.
Dude, why don't you climb up here and just be ready with whatever it is you can do. Who goes there on the stairs?
The two of you reach the top of the staircase as you hear that, and you watch as the house begins to rapidly age around you, and you just see this suit of armor take a few staggering steps and then just collapse.
Well, alright, that's not something I've seen before. Hi, my name's Bromdrum. It's good to see you all. Are you the ones who came in to save this place? Are you the monster they were talking about?
Now,
And
I'm only picking up a couple words there, friend. Maybe lay off the drink a little bit. But I'm Bashir. You can call me Duke. This little dude right here is dude. Where's and I think there's a little cat around here named Patty.
Mosquito!
Patty scrambles from around on your belt and hangs off Jack Sparrow style again.
Nice.
You guys see a little ferret just off the side of the belt.
Hello, my name is the teachers. I'm sorry, I can't talk
Nice.
talk that good.
Well, I find less words helps get the point across. Is there a person inside your metal suit there, or is that you?
No, that's me.
Well, dandy meeting ya. You're the first of your type I've ever laid eyes on. I've heard talk of you types, but never seen one.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
So, what brings you two to this fine, creepy establishment this evening?
Did you get bamboozled?
I suppose you could say that. There were 2 children outside. I don't know where their parents were or anything like that. They're just kind of standing around. But they sent us in saying you might need help. There's a whole light show going on up here.
They seem afraid.
The floor, by the way, is covered in grease.
Did it look nice downstairs still? Because now it did look nice up here, but now it doesn't look nice up here.
It looked very nice when you two came running in.
I suppose it looked very nice, depending
And
on
as you
your
look around now, like,
interior decorating style
everything
and
is
everything.
decrepit.
Well, I think maybe a little haste might be in order to at least find out if there is still a baby up here somewhere.
Yeah, let's go.
We must protect the child.
I like the cut of your jib there, Metal Man.
All right, so
Yeah.
looking for a baby.
Yeah, well,
That's correct.
a wee
I'm just-
barn, if you will.
Getting
In,
massive fat bastard vibes
Wee
from Austin
puppy.
Powers. That's a little baby.
And,
Oh,
I want my
puppy.
baby back ribs.
as Bashir turns his back to the 2 new people, he says in straight Goblin to Dude, do you think we should trust him?
He speaks goblin. Nice.
I do.
Well, I don't know that we have a whole lot of choices here. Gonna be straight up honest with you. I do like that they both still have D's in their name. I feel like that's Kismet, and we should roll with it.
I'm not sure what Kismet is, but I think you're right.
Yeah, it's a type of magic. You just trust me. It's cool.
I trust. You know how
I like
feel
that this
about
is
magic,
how. I
but
like that this is how dude sounds talking in goblin.
Let's go.
well, let's giddy up, pilgrims. There's one more set of stairs, isn't there?
No, you have reached the top of these stairs. You are on the 3rd floor. They mentioned that their baby brother was in the nursery on the 3rd floor.
I'll move to whatever door's left of the stairs. I'll check out
was
that room.
going to say, give me 2 seconds while I have a little look, and
This is hot, isn't it?
I'll have a little look, see how I've got the old floor plan, if I've still got that properly proper sorted, as they say. Proper sorted. No one says that. There is a P in there still. It's proper. Curse of Strahd. Death House. I do have a folder that's just like the floor plans for Castle Ravenloft, and there's just like 85 individual photos of each room. It's disturbing. I do not have Durst Manor. So,
Oh, I do. Give me just a second.
um, I was
I'm gonna go
just
looking
gonna
for a baby.
snip tool it, but then I need to open the player version because otherwise you get a screenshot of a map with S's all over it, and you know where all the totally not secret hidden doors that are nowhere to be found ever, anywhere at any point in this map, ever,
Right.
anywhere. There are none.
While they're looking for the map, maybe explain what we see with the 2 new characters, what they look like.
Yes.
Yeah. What do I see with my
Explain yourself,
goblin eye?
Potter.
What do your goblin eyes see?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. It's pretty simple. I mean, just this metal dude. Kind of like almost like your basic. Maybe I don't know. Let your imaginations run wild here, but the first models of the war forges that were created for the last war. He's perfected on the outside, but obviously on the inside, he's not as perfected with his
Perfection
speech.
on the outside, broken
but
on the
still-
inside, just like me.
Broken on the inside. So, he's been a wanderer ever since he's been tossed out by the Federation of whoever was in charge of the war forges at the time. And basically he just has a very, very tattered, almost like a poncho, like semi-poncho, tattered poncho, and it's like wrapped on around his head. He can put the hood on, he takes the hood off, but it's all filled with holes, and then he's got the full plate of armor, basically because he's metal, so it's attached to him. But anytime in this adventure, if he finds anything new, he's able to disassemble himself and reattach different pieces as he sees fit.
It's Voltron.
And you see a fairly tall Goliath friend who's shirtless, fully shirtless, wearing basically like a kilt kind of thing, but it's made of like furs, and not like nice furs either.
Is there a possum
And
fur
there's
around
like, yeah, like there's a lot of little creature fur on this thing that's just like patchwork created, this like weird skirt kilt thing. And he's holding a club and a wooden shield. The markings that he has from being a Goliath are like very faded. And he does have a few like tattoos of like runes across, like especially across his back. And you would probably notice there's a distinct brand on his left pec.
So on the
Nice.
map, which one is the 3rd floor?
So I've just sent basically what you're seeing if you suspend belief for a smidge, and those extra thick lighter grey rectangles are doors, and then that little suit of armor that you can see facing the balcony is the suit of armor that you guys just destroyed.
I will say that upon further inspection of our new 2 friends, Patty will scramble up to Dude, and he'll just cover her eyes.
Look away, Patty. Look away.
Yeah, so I'll move to the door that's all the way left of the stairs.
Left of the stairs. Ah,
Yeah.
yes, the room of death.
Aren't they
You have
all?
entered the Beholder Room, my favorite. The joke that never gets old. That is 15A. Cool. So, pre-written modules. Yay. Like, on one hand, they do take a lot of the prep work out, but on the other hand, because someone else has prepped it, you have no idea what's going on. Wait, why is there a 15A on the map, but then only 15?
That is the mystery.
Why? I mean, oh, that's why. Cool. So you enter into an elegantly appointed bedroom, shrouded in dust and cobwebs. There is a small door which leads to possibly an adjoining room. There are double doors which are set with panes of stained glass, and through the glass you can now see that it is bricked up behind the glass. Let me try and grab a quick screenshot. Just a wee screenshot. Oh, this was the problem with that. So, effectively, there is an extra 5-foot square behind the entrance I'm showing you, but it muddles over some other stuff on the map that you guys shouldn't be able to see. So, once more, suspension of belief. But here is the room. Ta-da! Bed, cupboard. So opposite the bed, there is a closet, and next to it, a mirror. So the mirror is on your left as you're coming into the room, and then on your right is the door which leads into a possible adjoining room, and then that set of double doors is the bricked up stained glass.
As Duke. That's what we're called when you're right on my shoulders. Duke. Enters the room.
Ha!
Skin around. Well, and I'll call back to the two newcomers. There doesn't seem to be a baby in here, but there's another door. We'll check out the other door if you two want to check one of the other rooms real quick.
Oh yes, always split the party.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
So,
Sweet.
Duke
So are
will
you
move
two
over
splitting
to the other
off?
door.
Dude is going to hop down off of Duke with Patty and check out the nooks and crannies of this room.
Doggly doggly.
I don't see any nests anywhere.
I will switch over to the other two then, as you enter into the room on the other page that I now have to turn back to. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, guys.
You're welcome, Mitch.
We're here to make this fun for you.
Oh, this is a fun room.
Oh boy.
You all die instantly. You've triggered the trap of instant death.
Yes.
Oh god, imagine if there was like a sphere of annihilation in here.
Character
There
creation,
could be.
here I come.
Right.
Roll new character.
I do want
My
to.
one sentence backstory ruined.
I do want to throw a sphere of annihilation at players at one point, just see what happens. It was tempting to include it in insert upcoming episodes that won't be aired for a while, but session 7, which we just had, there was a temptation that right at the end they would have a sphere of annihilation. And I elected not to do that, and instead went for a weighted net, which hit Gunark in the testicles.
Oops. Wow. So benevolent.
It's alright, he wasn't using him anyway. You walk into another very nice room. The doors which actually lead into this room have dusty panes of stained glass set into them. The designs, now that you're not rushing through the house, you have a moment to take a look, and the designs on the glass resemble windmills. You enter into what seems to be a master bedroom. It is dusty, it is cobweb filled, and it has burgundy drapes covering the windows. The furnishings of the room include a 4-poster bed with embroidered curtains and tattered gossamer veils, a matching pair of quite clearly empty wardrobes, the doors hang askew, a vanity with a wood-framed mirror and a jewellery box, and a padded chair. On the floor of the room, which is why I call this the Carol Baskin room, is a rotting tiger skin rug.
Nice.
In front of the fireplace, which has a dust-covered portrait of a man and a woman. In the southwest corner of the room, there is a web-filled parlor with a table and a set of 2 chairs, and resting on the dusty tablecloth is an empty porcelain bowl and a matching jug. You can see sticking out of the bowl is possibly like a piece of parchment or an envelope or something. And then the door facing the foot of the bed has a full-length mirror mounted onto it, and the door... I'm not going to read what the door opens to reveal. They do this really badly sometimes in Curse of Strahd. I love this module, but don't have it as part of the same sentence or like the next part of the sentence. The door opens to reveal. No. Because if you're just reading, if you're just reading what it's saying, you're just going to go bumbling straight into what it opens to reveal.
Right. At least put a parenthesis around it.
Yeah, something, or just put it on a new line.
Yeah.
You know? I understand wanting to save paper and things, but even still, like the digital version for D&D Beyond, you know? Again, I cannot screenshot the entirety of the room for spoilery reasons. Just things that you shouldn't be able to see anyway. I mean, I doubt that you guys would be like, hold on, I see a staircase in the middle of the wall, I wonder why. But like,
right.
you know. So it should be loading anytime now. Yay, it worked.
There it is.
The bit that leads to the balcony outside, again, you can see behind the panes of stained glass in the door, bricks. The only other thing you notice is behind the veil covering the bed is a very, very strange-looking silhouette. It's vaguely human-shaped, and there seems to be something like connecting it to the top of the bed. And then it goes a bit weird towards the bottom where it connects to the actual, like, mattress. But it's definitely like a vaguely humanoid silhouette. You could see, like, head, shoulders, arms.
Knees and toes.
Mm-hmm.
No, the knees and toes are where it gets weird.
I'm gonna sneakily try to get that tiger skin and then exit the room.
The rotting tiger skin.
I can cut out the rot, it's fine.
It's, like, entirely moldy and crappy and gross. It looks like it's been here for centuries.
Poor Tony. Alright.
This room is beautiful.
Did you see that weird thing over on the bed?
No. But I do see
You're looking
in the
now.
music
Yeah.
box. Then Detritus walks up to the music box he finds very
It's a
interesting.
jewelry box.
Oh, jewelry box. He goes over to the jewelry box and looks at it.
Ha, you've opened the box of exploding suns.
Yes.
If phrasing's
take
important, he said he looks at
10,000
the box.
D27 damage. It is a jewelry box. It is made of silver with a very fine gold filigree. And it is closed.
This is beautiful. Then he goes try to open it.
Okay. You place a hand on the lid, slowly open it, and it creaks open. And as it does, it reveals 3 gold rings and what looks to be a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant.
Well, these are useless.
3 gold rings.
He dumps whatever's in it and takes the box and puts it in his bag in his satchel.
Nice.
I'm gonna approach the bed.
Because it's hard for me to keep track of these things, make a note: silver jewelry box, gold filigree, worth possibly, like, your best estimate, maybe somewhere around 60, 70-ish gold. It's very fine.
Very nice.
So, you approach the bed. Are you approaching stealthily, normally?
Yeah, stealthily. I'm gonna
Make a stealth
kind of
check.
like sneak over. All right, here's my first roll on this thing. So what do I do?
Exclamation
Oh.
mark R. Exclamation mark check stealth.
Today's episode powered by
Two.
Abre.
That's a 20.
Please sponsor us, D&D Beyond. That's a 20. Cool. You sneak over to the bed. You can see the shape through the very thin curtains, essentially. What are they called? Drapes. Was it drape? No, veil. It's a gossamer veil. Got there in the end.
Gossamer Vale.
Yeah. This is like a 3-4 story mansion with a 70-something gold piece jewelry box. Of course they have a gossamer veil.
And I'm gonna pull the Gossamer Veil aside, ready
As you
to
do,
fight.
the whole thing just like falls apart. It is old, it is gross, it essentially like disintegrates in your hand as you're pulling it apart. And you jump as you notice a pair of eyes staring directly into your face, and you kind of reach for your weapon for a second, and you realize it is the body of a man hung by the neck from the top of the bed thing. And as you pull back the veil, it's like when you open a tomb that's been sealed for thousands of years. For a second, you see him like, oh, it's a human dude, and then like age catches up and it just mummifies, zombifies,
Oh my
and just
gosh.
crumbles before your eyes.
Detritus is like now behind Bum Drum. Is it Bum Drum?
Brum.
Bum Drum. Oh, that's the human you're talking about.
I really hope that's not the baby we're supposed to be finding, because that is a very dead baby. And
a
very
bit-
old. I don't...
It
And
did,
a big one too.
yeah, it did in the brief glimpse you caught bear a striking resemblance to the man in the portrait.
Maybe that's the father or something like that.
That makes sense.
Well, he's dead.
And I'll just like move around the room, explore the rest of it.
So, exploring around, there is the door facing the foot of the bed with the full-length mirror mounted on it. There is the door in the kind of parlor area, which is bricked up, and the parlor area itself with the table, the bowl, the chairs, and whatever is in the bowl.
And so the only door out of here is bricked up, right?
Apart from the one you came in from, yeah.
Right.
The other one has the mirror on it. You don't know where it goes, but you don't see any bricks on it.
I'll open that one then.
Okay. It opens to reveal an empty, dust-choked closet.
Nothing in there.
Shuts the door and walks away.
Okay. Are you doing anything else in this room, detritus? Having a little look at the porcelain bowl and the matching porcelain jug.
Yeah, I mean anything that looks like some type of tinkery thing that he can kind of mess with. It draws his attention.
I mean, if you have a look at it, the bowl does contain a sealed letter inside it.
He goes up to it, takes the letter out, still rolled up, never unrolled. And he's like,
Okay. It has like a wax seal on it with the crest of a windmill.
This looks not that very important. And I hand it over to Brum Drum.
It's got windmills on it.
That is not
Just like the stained glass did.
Oh, yeah. Like, that window has... You see? We're putting
Now
it
I'm making
together. We're sleuthing.
Now I'm making a connection.
At this point,
Thank you.
as he hands you the letter and you're having this conversation, I nearly called you Yuri for a second. Duke, you said you were opening that first door on your left, correct?
Or right, however, whatever direction it is. Yeah.
Excelente. Oh yeah, it'd be on your right. Apologies. I'm looking at the map going, it's on your left. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So. You open the door and you see beyond it. No description written here that I can see. Ah, here it is. You see a crib covered with a hanging black shroud, and as you open the door, the dust that is settled on the floor of this room starts to swirl, and you hear, "Leave this place!" And this terrified, skeletally thin young woman slowly rises and forms from the dust and starts staring at you.
As all this is going on, I'm gonna, guys, I think we found what we needed.
Drum drum. As you're handed the letter, you hear drifting across the corridor, "Leave!" And then Duke going, "Ah!" and a scream from Dude.
Did you find the baby yet? No? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try and talk to the skeletal thing. Are you the spirit of the mother or something?
Leave.
We would like to, but we got to save the little baby.
And having not heeded her warning, you watch as the hand withdraws and the face contorts into anger, and I slowly navigate through files on my laptop. And stop. And play. There we go. As the spectre drifts towards you and takes a swing before you even have a chance to react, with a 19 to hit.
Jesus, and I'm not raging. Fuck me.
Our rage wouldn't have helped you. As
I
you
know.
take one,
Well, for
2,
the-
3.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
Oh really
How-
no. Really
much?
ruh-roh. You take 15 necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Holy shit. Well, I'm down to 4 HP, by the way, now. So, Constitution saving throw.
Roll well. Or
Do I just put
die.
exclamation roll con save?
Exclamation mark save con. Lindsay is happy because I know these things.
Fucking 12?
12 passes. You
Oh, thank
feel
God.
this, like, your life essence being sapped from your body. But you mostly manage to shake it off. And I would like everyone please to roll initiative. Oh, this is why you're being absolutely destroyed. I'm using my Halidor Isles dice.
Oh, you dick. Is it just
Right.
exclamation point in it?
Check in it should work. In it. What is her initiative? Doesn't mention, so it's gonna be just that one. Sweet!
Oh, dude, that profile
Story-based
pic for your
rolls.
character is badass, Josh.
Oh, thank you. I was searching forever.
So,
After the claws hit, can I use a free action to, like, yell something at least?
sure. Like, as we're all getting into
Ow.
initiative, you have one shout.
We're not actually using Avray for the combat, though, right?
No.
Oh, we are?
I need some help over here, dude.
So,
Goose! Goose!
to go along what I'm seeing on my screen, Detritus, what was your initiative?
It was a 6, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. And dude,
16. Oh, sorry, dude, not dude.
Same thing!
you also got 16.
You're right. Either way. Yeah,
Sweet.
it's right here.
Duke,
Prove it.
Duke,
It's in
you got
text.
It
16.
checks out.
16.
It does.
Brum drum,
7.
7.
It's like it knew the other two people were in different rooms.
Yeah.
That's a story-based roll.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Right?
The problem is on my initiative sheet I write Brum, and that's like a cartoon car from an old British kids show called Noddy. They had a car called Brum.
You could write
like,
drum, then
he
we'd
had
all have
eyes and
D's.
stuff. No, I
Yeah.
like the fact that Brum is fighting ghosts. Duke and Dude, as you both got 16, I will let you decide who goes first.
Magic can go first.
All
It's
right.
an easy fix for me. I wrote you guys down temporarily, and then I just need to rub out one letter to switch you guys around.
Let's not do too much rubbing out of anything while we're all together, shall we?
Right, that was specifically only last session where we were making all of those jokes. Last session of
Ridiculousness. Yeah.
yeah. Jordan missed all the dick jokes and the small hole jokes and the
Oh, you really did miss a
arming
lot.
yourself inside of holes and
So many holes.
So,
Pow!
and dude casts it's witch bolt, but for him it's party streamers. And so
Nice.
these fun ribbons shoot out of his fingers and attach itself to the ghosty with an 18, I hope, and
that
it
hits.
zaps it for 2 points of
Of which
magical
damage?
lights of magical party damage.
What is the exact?
It's like
damage
LED
type?
lights going down the.
Lindsay.
Yeah,
You know these things are important.
yeah, it's magical lightning.
So it is lightning damage. Oh,
Yeah.
Magic. Ignore me. Yeah. I am super smart, and I remembered that magic. Yes. Ignore me.
Okay.
So 2 points of damage.
Yeah, and dude will kind of start scooching towards the door, and with a big scared yellow eyes, and his pupils are all the way down the tiny slits, and Patty is hissing and scratching on his head to get to GTFO.
Patty has squirted all the fluids. All defense modes active. Does
Yeah, it's
that
gross.
end your turn?
It does.
Cool. Duke. The room now stinks as Patty starts screaming.
First things first. I'm the realist. No, just kidding. I'll use my bonus action to get incredibly angry that this specter is not being nice, and I will take the rage, please.
No. You're not allowed.
And then I'm gonna say, we're just trying to help here, Pilgrim, but I think it's time you go bye-bye. And I'll take a slash at it with my big old great axe.
Cool.
Yeah, you did that. Okay. That's a dirty 20.
That hits. Oh,
And
yes,
that's
this is totally
a-
copyright-free Darkest Dungeon music.
And that's 17 points of damage.
17. Cool. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
spotted. According to the hallway. Oh, wait, no, it's the Spectre's turn anyway. Ignore moi. Don't know what is wrong with him today. I am just.
Should have
all
ran
over
with
the
only
place.
4 HP, but fuck it.
Yeah, and you've just hit back, so fingers crossed. It's 23.
Fuck
hit.
me, man.
Maybe it'll do 3 damage. It
Oh, no,
probably
so
only
that-
does 3 damage.
That's
It
the
can do 6 and I'll survive. 6 total, since I'm resistant to every type of damage while I'm raging except psychic. That totem
Well,
warrior barbarian, man. I hate you, Mitch. What is it? Lay it on me.
It is 5 points total. I got 3-1-1.
Wow.
So 2 points.
3d6. Well, it's necrotic damage, so don't you still
I'm
take?
still resistant to it, at least.
Fair enough.
Everything but psychic. So would
Oh,
that just be 2?
barbarian.
Oh yeah, because totem. Normal barbs would have taken full damage.
Yeah, it'd be 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, if we're going through
you do
Barovia, I need a
also-
tough barbarian.
Need to make a Constitution saving throw. Por favor.
No.
Mind with the ruling. Thank you. Blasting past my house.
15.
15, you pass. Again, you feel it trying to sap your strength, and you're just too angry this time.
No, not in your house.
So, Brum, according to the map, whereabouts in the room were you?
Let's
were.
see.
By the door with mirror in it.
Yes.
So, you would be 5 back to the door, and then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you could get into the other room with your 30 foot of movement. Excuse me, I'm bumping all over the place. Oh.
Would I get within like 5 feet of the thing?
Kind of, because Duke is stood in the doorway.
Yeah, I'm still totally in the doorway.
So you'd kind of have to try and hit around him.
Fair.
It's literally like a 1 square wide doorway.
And he
Okay.
fills up that entire square.
That he'd
Be a
do.
big boy.
Hmm. I think what I'll do. All right.
Just run
Now,
up behind Duke and kill him.
yep, I
Get
think
him out
that's
the way.
exact. I'm gonna execute the only.
Finish.
All right. I think so. You can cast multiple spells if one of them is a cantrip, right? Is that a thing?
So the first one is a cantrip, and the other one has to be up to level 3, casting time of a bonus action. If I remember correctly, it's always really
can
hard
it
to
be
remember.
a cantrip? With that is
you
a
can
bonus action.
You can do 1 level spell as long as it's a bonus action, and then the cantrip can be a full action. I think.
Or vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I normally play vice versa. I don't know if that's the official rule.
Yeah, I may have just said it backwards, but one could be
Yeah.
an action and one could be a
Like,
bonus action.
I'm pretty
You
sure
can't
the
do
official
2 leveled spells.
Yeah, the official rule is cantrip action and then bonus action for any leveled spell up to level 3. I normally play vice versa because it makes sense.
Okay.
Because it does still mean you can't like fireball and then follow it up with firebolt unless you have quickened spell
Unless you're a fighter with action surge.
or a meta magic sorcerer.
All right. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the corpse on the bed, and I'm
Okay.
going to cast Gentle Repose
Right?
so that it does not come to life.
Okay.
And so I'll just like do that. That's an action. And then I will use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh on my club. And then I will use the remaining movement to run towards the other room.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to get fully into the room. You're like I'll be nice. I'll just put you in the doorway, and then it's like another 5 foot in, and then Duke, essentially.
Okay.
Detritus.
Now I have I have an interesting thing going on in my head. You know, just like detritus is tinkering with my mind right now. So, obviously, let me know if I can do this or not. So,
No.
no, you cannot. So detritus, you say we can't walk into the room, obviously, but we can get close enough
You can,
to the
you
room.
can
Where
walk
are we?
into the room, but you can't walk into the room where the specter is because Duke is
I'm
currently
blocking the
duking it
door.
out in the doorway.
Okay? So, but would I be able to throw something past Duke, like into the room?
Yeah. It
All right. So
might not be easy, but yeah.
I want to attempt to use Duke wants to, or not Duke. Sorry. Detritus wants to attempt to like take that box that he got and start
Right.
tinkering with it
Okay.
and do magical tinkering. And he wants to be able to tinker with it to create a hologram of himself. And record it with the basically I could do a mixture of, you know, audio, sounds, and shapes and objects. So I want to do a hologram of myself saying, "Come get me! I'm over here." Kind of
Right.
try to see if I can distract the creature, and I want to throw that into the room, kind of past it.
So it would be your action this round to
Yep.
make it, and then probably your action next round to throw it.
Okay, all right, that works. So you just see the try to saying, I got an idea, and then he starts tinkering with the box right behind Brum Drum.
Well, are you close enough where I can hear you say that? Or because they're in the room now, right?
So I'm assuming Rumdrum did his thing and then started sprinting out, but the whole time he was doing that, Detritus was just not paying any attention and was slowly walking out the room, so they both like arrived together. One of them's sprinting, the other one's just walking while tinkering. It is Dude's turn, and Duke is up next.
Okay. Oh, God.
It's the exact same "oh god" as Michael realizing Toby is back. Oh god!
God, no!
Oh god, no! God, please, no!
Oh.
So yeah,
Okay,
Dude, what
I
would you
want-
like to do?
Can I...
Party Goblin first, then Duke.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right.
Dude will continue to cast his party streamers as it is already attached and will deal 7 more points of magical lightning. LED lights.
Because you don't need to roll again, do you? You can just carry on concentrating and then use your action again. Sweet. Anything else? As lightning
We'll,
is just...
we'll like, yeah. Scooch over to be beside the door for when it's clear.
As the other two arrive, all 3 of you get stuck in the doorway, and Dude's just like... pops out on the other side.
Nice.
Duke. Duke.
Let's see. Is there room in this place to like get behind the specter without leaving area of attack?
Not really. Mainly because you're in the doorway and it's directly in front of you. So you'd have to
Okay.
like squeeze past it or try and walk through it. It is a spectre. But even trying to walk through it would
I don't
provoke
wanna-
an attack of opportunity.
Since it's a specter, I probably couldn't try to grapple it then, huh?
About 90% sure it is immune to grapple. Yeah, it's immune to grapple.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna... Ah, man, I hate that. Yeah, I'll use an
I had
action
a
to...
druid once get very angry at me that her giant octopus couldn't grapple any of the ghosts. And I was like, I don't care how many tentacles you have, they're ghosts.
Okay.
You're not getting any of them.
I'm just gonna take another swing at it with my great axe.
Okay.
Or should I just...
Roll to
Yeah,
hit.
fine. I'm raging. I'm not rational when I'm raging.
And remember that you need to add your rage bonus, unless Avray does it automatically.
That's a 7.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. So this time you swing and it straight through it, and it kind of dissipates for a second. You're like, "Hey, I killed him!"
Well,
Falls back
that's
again.
not very good. And I'm gonna.
You
I
make
can't
such
believe
good
I'm gonna
ghost noises that you get possessed.
I'm gonna back up like 15 feet to get out of the doorway.
Okay, so that will provoke an attack of opportunity as you try and back away. I will not use my Halidor Isle die.
We'll send. Just send it, brah.
Oh man.
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
Okay, I have.
So, I do also need you to make a Constitution saving throw while I dig out some more d6s.
God damn it. Well, good thing
knew
I have a
should
new character
grabbed
backed
some
up already.
extras.
Oh, god damn it. 8 on my Constitution save.
This is a little shout out to Dice Shop Online. It's my little booster pack of mini d6s that are really helpful when you're killing your players. Please sponsor us. It's also where I got my Halidor Isles dice from. I'm sorry. Every die I have got from the Dice Shop Online has been an absolute wrecking ball. Reference intended. That is 12, 21. No, that's not how maths works. 17, 20, 21, 22
Thank
points
God
of
I'm immune.
necrotic damage.
I mean, I'm unconscious, but
and-
it's not.
Your hit point maximum is also reduced by the same amount.
So by 11?
Yes, equal to the damage taken. So yeah, only 11. Thank God for rage.
Well, I'm unconscious.
Thank
And
the
I'm
gods for
down.
rage.
Yeah.
The gods of Eroth smiled upon you today.
Okay. And you said my maximum HP is decreased by the.
By 11, yeah.
So, okay.
If it's reduced to 0 by this effect, you outright die.
Oh, good. Well, you watch as Bashir crumples to the ground.
You take a step back, and she's just like... There's like a sonic
I do that
boom.
whole.
Duke goes
I do the whole
flying.
dramatic because I turned around to run, so I make eye contact with dude, and I do the whole and fall face flat on the ground.
The slow drop to the knees. Combo.
Right.
It is the Spectre's turn.
Uh-oh.
That was just an attack of opportunity.
Oh god.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. Brum, you are
Oh, I'm
next.
terrified.
The Spectre, I guess. Oh no, Spectre saw Dude, so would come drifting out the door. So, Brum, as you arrive in the doorway, and Dude comes wiggling out from between your legs.
Yeah, it does still have the party streamers attached to it, so it knows
You
about
see
me.
a face slowly emerging from the wall, and then the body following as this Spectre just drifts through the wall, because who
Don't
needs
very
to
much
go
care
around
for that.
corners of doors when you're a Spectre. And it turns to look at the doorway, sees you, and just... And it's going to swing at you. Swing! Oh, where was that earlier? That was a 9.
Wow. There you go.
I don't know why he was having so much trouble with this.
As the arm
Fairly
just
easy.
goes through your head and does nothing. As Duke's just on the floor, glassy-eyed,
It's empty up there.
unconscious.
Patty slides to one side to avoid it, leaving a big scratch across the top of
Oh,
Dude's head.
Drum.
Alright.
It's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word for a bonus action. I'm gonna look down at Duke and just say, "Oh, come on, get up! It's not that bad." And that is. Do I do it through Avray? How do I do that? Is it cast?
Yeah.
Healing word.
You healed for 4 points.
4 points.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's not dead, and that's
Not quite dead yet.
That's what matters. But you have finished raging now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Cool.
And then my action.
Yes, because healing
Be
word
to
is a bonus
hit it.
action. Everyone's always like, "Oh, I'm not going to take healing word because it's so weak," but it's a bonus action.
Now I get to hit it with my shillelagh club. So what is this? Attack?
Shillelagh doesn't make it magical damage, does it?
Oh, it does.
yeah, that's the whole
Does it?
point of it.
Wait, I thought most of the point was just that you can use your wisdom mod instead of.
Nope, it's the damage die becomes a D8 no matter what the weapon is, and then it becomes
Yeah.
magical.
And you can use your wisdom mod.
So do I just do attack club? Is that what I do? Okay.
And then remember the shillelagh changes because I don't think it would do it automatically.
Right. Okay, to hit, that is only a 13.
That just hits.
Ooh, okay, and then, so I guess I would have to roll. Can I just do 1d8? Is that how that works?
Mhm.
Nope.
So exclamation mark R, 1d8.
Oh, right, exclamation
And you
mark
can add the
R.
bonus
And
plus
that will
whatever.
be plus my strength, plus 3. 11 magical damage. Look at that. Max
Did you
damage.
just look at it?
Would you like to describe your kill?
Hey.
So I look
Don't
down at
understand
Duke.
what's so hard.
Yeah. I don't know why you're struggling so much. Get up, come on. And then I just bash it in the head and just like into
Yeah.
a cloud. Doesn't
You
seem
just hear-
like too much of a problem.
If this play.
And my shillelagh club is, when I use shillelagh on it, it kind of has this weird, like, inline of, like, green moss that seems to almost grow from the inside of it and come out.
Ooh.
Nice.
So it has these, like, streaks of moss that disappear after shillelagh goes away.
Nice.
Love it. I
Oh. That didn't feel too good.
I like to think, seeing as this is morning cartoons, as you like destroy this spectre, it does the whole, and it's getting like bigger and bigger and bigger. Then there's this massive explosion, and all you hear is
Nice.
just like the
You
little,
still see some stars circling around Duke's head.
yeah,
Yeah, me healing you was
little
just me, like,
Yuris
swatting the
running around the
birds.
head.
I just, like, swatted the birds away from your head, and you just like, oh.
You're welcome for
a
me
bunch of
doing all
Yuris
the heavy
playing the
damage there, Brum Drum.
Oh, I bet. I hit it once. I mean, seemed like an easy little fight there. I don't know.
As you see, like, claw marks across my chest.
That doesn't look too good, by the way. Probably get that checked
There is
out.
ectoplasm everywhere.
Oh,
Well,
Definitely ectoplasm. It's
there's
not
a
just that
crib in
Duke
there.
really likes being knocked unconscious.
I don't like it. I don't. There is a crib in there. I didn't get a chance to see if there was a baby.
That spectre voice is
uh,
giving me a headache.
I would like myself to. I'm gonna take a little short siesta while you guys see if there's a baby in that there crib.
And as you say that, Detritus just finished with his tinkering.
I'm over here!
I look over. Well
From
done,
the hologram.
Bandrum.
Alright, I'll go check if there's a baby. You can take a nap, I guess. I don't.
So, Duke, your hit point maximum stays reduced.
Like until a long rest or period?
You don't know.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna
Threes.
burn. I'm gonna go ahead and burn 2 hit dice with my short rest, though.
Duke doesn't know the mysteries of the metagaming.
True. Fair enough.
But yes, for your purposes,
we're gonna
yes,
hang
it's
out?
a long rest.
Hang out for an hour in the creepy room.
Yeah.
While didn't someone say they were heading in to investigate the crib?
Yeah, I'll go with anyone who wants to.
I'll go with you.
I didn't take any damage.
That was an easy fight, so I'm doing fine.
Detritus puts away his tinkered box back in his satchel.
For later.
Let's go.
Definitely not worth the same as it was now, though. There's like scratches all down the side of it from a few parts where you went wrong.
Nice.
You head in. There is, as Duke vaguely mentioned, a crib covered with a hanging black shroud.
Basically
Black
back at
shroud.
full health right now. I mean, with my new maximum after.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you. That doesn't seem safe.
I'll touch it.
Touch
I'm
it.
gonna touch it. It's just like a.
Gerda approves.
I was about to say it's a bigger, beefier dude version of Mary. Mary, don't touch it. I'm gonna touch it.
And then as he says that, I kind of pull him back. And I'm like, wait. And then I cast Mage Hands. And because he's not a mage, he uses with his Tinker toys and all that. He goes and grabs a metal, some
Just
few
like a
metal
litter
objects.
picker.
And then he kind of like whispers something and goes like this. And then those little mechanical pieces turn into mechanical hands, floating hands. And then
Nice.
they pick up the shroud.
Okay. Cool. They like across the floor, up the side, grab hold of the shroud. Are you pulling it open with
Yeah.
the mage hand?
Yep.
Cool. So it, and again, similar to the veil in the room, it just starts to like disintegrate off the railing. It is old. It is moldy. It is gross. And you can see some sort of bundle lying in the crib from this distance. You'd probably have to get closer to have a little look. It's one of my favorite things about Curse of Strahd. There's a lot of stuff where you're like, I'm going to open it from a safe distance, and it's like, cool, you've opened it from a safe distance, and now you got to get close to find out what it is.
Well, don't mind if I do. And then I started walking up closer, and then
Okay.
attempts
It
to use.
is a tightly wrapped, baby-sized bundle wrapped in blankets.
Can I attempt to pick it up with the mage hands?
Yeah.
All right.
Pick
so
it up.
then I'm not picking it up. I don't know what's in that thing. Could be a devil child. So he picks it up with the
Father,
mage hands.
You've come back. I want to consume the souls of mortals.
So Detritus picks it up with the mage hands, the mechanical mage hands, and kind of turns around towards Brumdrum. Take a look.
Okay.
I walk right up to it and just like,
Oh, baby, are you in there?
You peel back the blanket and the whole thing starts to unravel, and it is empty.
That's an invisible baby.
At this point, you hear a very loud, subtle roar snore coming from the floor.
Right?
Meanwhile,
Duke is just snoozing.
dude is just horrified and sitting in the or laying in the fetal position beside dude.
Trying to stroke
Just-
Patty, who's trying to get away.
Yeah.
Well, that was useless. And then he
Do you
just
think
drops
the
the shroud.
baby teleported?
Oh god.
That I don't know.
I think you're onto something.
Let's check. And then he's gonna try to, I guess, investigate or see what happened to the baby. Can he attempt to do something?
Sure. Make an investigation check, I guess, to like investigate the room.
I'm gonna knock on the walls like I'm finding a stud.
Just in the little nursery area, yeah.
Yep. I'm looking for where the baby teleported to.
Got a 12.
Also make an investigation check. I suppose.
Both got 12.
A 12.
I mean, it's easier for Brumdrum. You do hear like the wall is kind of thin on if the door's behind you, on the right hand side of the room, the wall is kind of thinner and you kind of get the feeling there's another room or something on the other side of the wall. Everything else just seems pretty solid. Detritus, you see no signs of teleporting babies, invisible babies, giant demon babies, just dust, cobwebs.
I think there's something
Severed
behind
heads.
this wall. Maybe the baby teleported in there.
You did see as well there was another door, like as you were heading towards coming into the actual room proper, there was doorway, and then facing that doorway on your right there was another door. So presumably it's just whatever's behind that door is on the other side of this wall.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
I'll go to that room and see if the baby did in fact teleport or invisibly walk into that room.
Okay.
At this
You,
time, I drop my mage hands and follow him.
Amazing.
Dude just watches them.
What are you doing?
You're about to witness one of my favorite rooms in the entire house.
The baby room.
Yes, there's just babies everywhere.
That's
Bits
a lot
of
of
them.
babies.
Don't be afraid. We'll be back.
The two of you watch as Brumdrum walks out, turns the corner, sees the door, throws the door open, and as you do, a broom just falls over and hits the floor. And you're like, oh hey, it's an old storage room. And then the broom suddenly flips over and starts whacking you. Roll initiative. You've just triggered the broom of animated attack.
Dude is just gonna shut the door so that he and Duke can continue their nap.
You got this!
I'm not even going to activate the battle music for this. We're just going to keep the ambience. Broom of animated attack. Holy crap! Okay.
EPK for broom.
Reversed.
Time to
Honestly.
sweep out the trash.
Detritus.
Yes.
What was your initiative?
It was a 7.
Nice. And Brum.
We're not very good at that. I got a 6 this time, so
Nice.
we
We're like
reversed.
really close to the on the spot. We're one behind right now so far.
And just in case either of you want to get involved, Duke and Dude.
I mean, it's like a full hour until I wake
This
up.
is true.
So
So
I don't know how long they
Duke is
spent
asleep.
investigating the nursery.
probably like half an hour absolute max.
Okay.
10.
You got 10.
Nice.
Wow, I'm
Fast
smart.
enough to shut that door.
So I wrote the wrong letter and was like, how am I this dumb that I just wrote a backwards D? And then went, no, Mitch, a backwards D is a B. So broom first.
Droom.
Droom
my
the Doom
God.
Broom.
Oh, wait. Okay, cool. Oh my god, it has multi-attack.
EPK, here we come.
I can't wait to have
Hey,
made
yo,
fun
so-
of you for getting
so the
beat up by
last
a
one
specter and
Had
then
a
get beat up by a
CR1 and 1 attack. This one has a CR of a quarter and has multi-attack. The first attack misses, so you kind of like sidestep the broom as it's falling, and then it flips it, and you're like, what the shit? And you bat it away. As you bat it away, the handle of it swings around and catches you directly in between the legs. With a 19
That's
to
fucked
hit. As you push the broom.
No
head
more
and it-
testicles.
That hits.
First gun arc, now Brum. Cool. You take. Oh, little baby broom. You take 7 points of 6. Sorry, I can maths. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is there a way to do that in Avray, or do I just do that on my sheet?
Just on your sheet, because we're not using it for combat, so it won't track.
Cool.
Right.
I mean, it
Fair
will track,
enough.
but it'll get complicated, and it's like too many things.
Understood. I have taken 6 damage from a broom.
So, dude, I assume for your turn you just close the door.
Yes.
With us
Sweet.
trapped in it? Or
No,
No,
she
no.
closes the bedroom door that we're
the
in.
bedroom
Okay,
that you
okay.
guys just left. She's just nope.
He's not leaving her Leonin bodyguard.
Right.
You got yourselves into this mess.
So now we're stuck with the broom. Gotcha.
Yeah, Detritus, it is your turn. You're just out in the corridor.
Fireball.
Now,
You
Detritus,
saw him open the door and just get batted out of the room by the broom.
nice.
As it's
I'm going to. I did drop my mage hand, so I don't have them up anymore. And now, if I was to cast mage with a cantrip, is that you said bonus action? You're counting it as a bonus action? Is that
No,
what you
it
said?
has a casting time of a bonus action.
Also,
Yeah.
Mage Hand can only move like 5 pounds and isn't
that's
an
right.
an attack spell. It's a utility spell. So
Well, I was going to see if I can grapple it, like kind of just.
it doesn't have any.
No, it doesn't have any properties of that.
Yeah.
All right, so
I mean, I guess possibly, but it's hard with the broom.
That's a
Yeah.
slippery slope you're going to be
Yeah.
opening up there, mister, and I
Yeah.
will write that
Just
shit
like
down.
all the shape water.
Yeah, look, we overruled the shape water, okay?
All right, so then, oh, the music just cut. That was weird. Detritus basically just looks down. Are you okay? And looks up at
As
the broom,
Brum's just like, oh!
and I just attempt to swing my longsword at it.
Cut it right in half.
Dun-dun-dun. Let's see if I can do this.
It has some weird immunities.
Now, if you were to do exclamation check attack,
attack, exclamation mark, attack, and then whatever attack you're using. So exclamation mark,
Longsword.
attack, longsword.
let's see. Oh, what?
No, not check. Just attack. You can do.
Learning Avery is so fun.
Right.
I like how they have no picture for the
There
broom
it
of
is.
animated attack on
Hey,
D&D Beyond.
natural 20.
So the picture for it is just the silhouette of a Hell Knight.
I like the attack that Avery has for it, though.
So I got a 25, and the damage is 10.
A nat 20.
Not
There's a
that
nat
many.
Crit, crit,
20.
crit, crit!
Crit.
Sweet. Yeah, cool. How much damage? 10.
Yeah.
Damn, son. Okay. Sweet. You doing anything else?
I mean, I don't even know.
As you watch the broom sweep the testicle. There is no
So I-
sweep the leg here.
Mm.
So I just went ahead and did that attack. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. I mean, looking
Brum.
at
It is your turn to take revenge on the broom.
Oh no, you don't.
I will recast Shillelagh as a bonus action, and I will hit it. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to cast Shillelagh and see what the heck happens. Oh boy, spelling Shillelagh. Here we go.
The only reason I know how to spell Shillelagh is because of D&D.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
Drum
it
drum
even
cast
has a
Shillelagh.
sequence. Look at that.
Yeah,
I
man.
cast Shillelagh and I get a 15 to hit.
That
in
just
field.
hits.
and deal
How the
9.
fuck does a broom have an AC of 14? Or
15.
Because
So
it's made of
I-
hardwood and it's bendy.
The spectre had like 12, but the broom has 15.
It's
So
narrow, so it's hard to hit.
I'm
That
gonna
makes
hit
sense.
it back just like it
is
hit
hard to
me,
hit.
just like beating it. You were just
Beating
beating
your
broom.
wood.
Oh yeah, beating the hardwood.
9 points of damage. Once again, Brundrum, would you like to describe your kill?
I
What
kill
an
a broom.
introduction.
I for sure just like beat it onto the ground and then just keep bashing it until it's like a pile of splinters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would you say you got swept away in the battle?
Well, now
fury?
someone has to sweep up the mess, and the animated broom is dead, so thanks a lot.
If Mickey Mouse taught us anything, it's don't animate brooms.
It's true.
Yeah, and then I'll just push it out of the way with my boot.
Okay.
Dude will open the door and see that there's now a mess, and
You just see him going,
Yeah. Well,
there's like a slight
Frickin'
dent in
hate
the ground.
brooms.
yeah. But he'll use minor conjuration to conjure up a regular broom and clean up the mess.
Like a little dustpan and brush.
Yeah. I got it!
You hear another roar
Throws it over the
snore.
stairs.
At least it wasn't a mop.
Oh, very
So,
true.
with the broom dead, dusty shelves line the walls of the room. A few of them have folded sheets, a couple of blankets, a few old bars of soap. That's about it. You just triggered
Can I
the
make
broom
a
animation
baby
attack.
check?
Sure.
Make a
Investigation.
baby check.
To check for little babbies.
I legitimately just typed in exclamation mark baby and almost sent that in, and that.
Avery would not have liked that. Unless Lindsay puts in a shortcut for baby checks.
I could do that.
18.
Is there a
You
baby
see
in
no
here?
babies.
Hold on, I'm gonna check.
There's no babies in here, detritus.
Well, that didn't help. Where did this baby go?
Maybe the baby is the monster.
Dude, check
Nice.
Maybe it teleported into the basement and became a monster. The action economy of babies is quite high.
There's still an attic, I think. Please, go up. Maybe.
Oh, there's
you
an
don't-
attic.
You don't see
I
any
missed that part.
stairways leading any further up than this, but you did. I mean, from the outside of the house, you
Yeah,
could
that's
have
all I was
probably
going
got the
on.
impression of, and I think there is like attic windows. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there kind of is attic windows in a way. There's 3 floors worth of windows, but it does extend a fair bit higher, and it is a mansion.
Well,
Like, you could assume there might be, but you don't see any ways up to it.
baby monsters in the basement. Sounds good. I mean, it sounds terrible, but it sounds like a viable
Worth a
option.
note, given that it has been like a month since the last morning adventures of Duke and Dude. You did check downstairs and saw no obvious or otherwise entries.
Well, we just ran
to
straight
a
up the
basement
stairs.
level. You did like a quick sweep of like the main hall,
Well.
and then ran upstairs.
Alright, guys, so, this place is full of ghosts. There's no baby. Let's burn this fucker down.
Alright,
But
Makes
there's
sense to
stuff
me.
to explore.
Right?
Just burn down
Your,
all of
Kidding.
Barovia.
I'm kidding.
Detritus is looking around in that small little room that we just defeated the broom in.
Look,
see if there's
last
any,
time one of my
objects.
Curse of Strahd parties made jokes about burning stuff down. They burnt down an orphanage and accidentally killed a child.
Wow.
Right.
but
Well,
hey, Did they find the baby?
No, they didn't.
No.
Well then,
Well, we didn't really check the other floors, so maybe we went too high?
But more explanation.
Babies are small, so
Duke does
they
have a
are
terrible
low to the
habit of getting a
ground.
little bit too high too quick.
Shall we explore?
Sure.
after an hour,
baby. Are you somewhere?
you know, this whole time I had my name on here as Merida, but that is
Yeah.
not who I am today.
Can we assume that while discussing about if we're going to explore more, the other half hour has passed?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a very in-depth conversation with a lot of pros and cons. There's a chart.
There was
We have a whiteboard.
Mhm. We're just writing straight on the windows. Just
Brum and Detritus. There was one other door you noticed only when you were leaving the tiger room. It was
one with
literally there was a
the
door like
mirror.
directly opposite the entrance to the tiger room that you wouldn't have seen because it was round the corner when you were entering it, but as you left, you would have noticed that door.
But wait, there's one more door.
How about we go open it?
Oh, well,
Let's do it.
Duke's stretching. So, was the baby in the crib, or what's going on?
You could see like broom bristles in Brum's head.
No, it was just a broom.
There was a broom in the crib. That's kind of weird. Maybe we need to look around for the baby some more.
Yeah, they found another door. Another door.
Well, I personally don't want to go in through the door first because that didn't work out so well.
There was
Oh,
also
I
the
don't
note
mind.
that you got distracted from opening by the screams of a small goblin.
I read a book once about a city with nothing but doors. It's really cool.
Real fake doors.
Real fake doors!
I don't
Won't
mind
open!
opening the door.
Won't open!
I'll be behind you, ready with a throwing axe to whack anything, throw it at anything.
But yeah, there was, as you were in the room, you had a note that you were about to read, and then Duke started screaming, and then there's now this other room that you are about to investigate.
Oh, right. One of you smart, right? You seem like a
Yes.
smart one. Yeah. So we found this picture of a windmill, which is like the same as a picture of a windmill on the window in the room. So, I think it's a clue.
Didn't the original letter also have a windmill on it? Or was
That did not.
That did not.
had the really elaborate crest
Okay,
that was
that's right,
super hard
that's
to
right.
describe. But there were windmill motifs that you saw downstairs.
Okay, that's what I'm remembering. All right.
I hand you the letter. I have not thought to open it.
Yeah.
But it is the same picture.
Yeah, I think that's like the crest of this house.
And
Yes, there's a little wax seal with a windmill on it.
yeah, dude takes one of his very carefully manicured claws and
Okay.
cracks that seal.
You break the seal and just start peeing everywhere. It
No, he
is-
did that earlier when the ghost appeared.
Yeah, it's for a note that was sealed with wax. It is very, very hastily written from the looks of it. There's ink splatters all over it, and it's little more than a scrawl, but you can make out what it says. And you read, "My dearest, my dearest children, the darkness takes us, and I am sorry that your mother and I have brought it upon you. What began as survival turned into our obsession, and now to our downfall. In my final moments, I see clear. We are anathema and are being punished. We deserve it, but I regret that your fates are tied to ours. I love you both with all my heart. No amount of darkness and death will ever change that. May all of our souls find peace. Your loving father, Gustav.
And so we find out the bamboozle is much worse than we thought it was.
Double bamboozle!
Yeah. Like, dude is like tearing up. Patty is patting the tears away with her paws.
Well, does this mean the kids outside weren't actually like there and it was a shared hallucination?
Like we've seen one ghost already. I'm just saying. Ah,
But by the letter, it doesn't seem that the father loved his children very much.
It says I love you both with all my heart.
But it was their doing.
As someone with parents that don't always make the best decisions, sometimes the heart's in the right place, but the actions don't say that.
hey,
Did we open the other door, by the way?
Not yet.
Not
they
yet.
didn't eat their kids, I don't think. So, better than most goblin parents? Just saying.
I
Better
don't
than
know.
the
My
few
parents
randomly
was
owned
adopted
parents, too.
by dwarves, so. But they did a pretty good job overall.
I'm still learning about you guys and the affections of humans and others.
Ah,
And others.
Well, that note meant nothing to me, so I'm gonna open this door and see if there's a baby in it.
And I will ready an action of a throwing axe to throw it at anything that moves once that door's open.
You open the door.
I
Be
yell
outside.
peekaboo immediately.
The dark room contains a wooden tub with clawed feet and a small iron stove with a kettle resting atop it, as well as a barrel under a spigot in the east wall.
it's a
A
bathroom.
cistern. Why is that? This is what I'm saying. Why have a cistern on the roof in the same description paragraph as the room that you're looking at? You guys don't know what's on the roof.
I have
But
a
we love you,
premonition.
Coast.
I mean, I've started it, so I guess I'll finish it. A cistern on the roof used to collect rainwater, which was borne down a pipe to this spigot. However, the plumbing no longer works. You can quite clearly see.
I believe the baby clogged the toilet.
There's just a baby in the barrel, that's why there's no water coming through.
Oh,
gosh.
it's a prom baby.
Oh god.
It's a dark
The
joke.
baby-
Like,
Baby
you
was
open the
CGI
lid
the
of the
whole
barrel
time.
and the baby just floats to the top. Oh, thank god. Oh, we're terrible people.
I don't think the baby's in here.
You're just here
I
from
don't
the
think
tub.
so
Bath
either.
time!
Do I smell
Rubber
a
ducky.
baby?
Do I smell a baby?
We'll take a look around.
There's-
I'll take a look around.
You notice the spigot seems to lead to a pipe, which might lead to some sort of cistern on the roof that collects rainwater.
Sounds
However,
all too familiar.
the plumbing doesn't seem like it works.
Love you.
Well,
While they're
There's nothing
checking
here.
out, while they're checking out that room, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to the Carol
Maybe this
Baskin
led
room.
to a cistern on the roof that collects rainwater. Such an astute observation, detritus. Wow.
thank you.
While they're
sorry, you
examining
were
the
saying.
bathroom, I'm gonna go to the Carol Baskin room
Mhm.
and check out mainly the desk or whatever's to the left of the door.
Sure.
And
As you enter, you can see like drapes half hanging off the bed and just this like desiccated corpse. There's like a skull hanging from a rope from the top of the bed. The rest of the corpse is like smushed in a pile.
so
Um,
before we were attacked by ghosties, dude was gonna investigate the original room that we were in. Did the,
Right. So are you heading back into that one?
yeah.
Okay. So let's deal with the
Yeah.
desk first. So the desk, you head over. You can see a pile of gold rings and a necklace on the floor, by the desk and like a perfect rectangle missing in the dust.
Well, first I'll scoop up the shiny things and put them in my bag.
Okay,
And then just
for the purposes of
investigate.
me not having to remember them again,
Yeah.
3 gold rings, each worth
3 golden rings.
probably around 20-ish gold from your best
Each?
estimations each. And a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant, which looks to be worth... Give me an intelligence check. See how much you can figure out it's worth.
Do I have to fully write out intelligence on Avery?
You can do int, I think, and then it'll ask if you want intelligence or initiative.
Oh, yeah. 3.
3.
Well, I got a 3. A 0. Wait, how do I... Or no,
Expensive.
I rolled a 3. Okay. Platinum. Necklace.
So I guess I'll just trust you to remember that you don't know exactly how much it's worth,
Okay.
but for the purposes of me not having to remember, somewhere around 700-ish gold pieces.
Now the
which
question is,
Duke
do
would
I
have
put
no
them
idea.
on? No, just kidding. Okay. And then I'll
Hey
just
guys,
investigate.
I got new rings.
I learned from another campaign, don't put anything on unless you have it, like, detect magic after first.
do the Frodo. Look everyone dead in the eyes and go,
and then I just
let
want to
the Dark
investigate
Lord
the desk
see
and
you.
like open any drawers that it has and just kind of look for any more info.
You go to open the first drawer and the handle just snaps clean off. They're like rotted, they're gross.
Okay.
It's empty.
Okay.
But you did I would say you definitely would have noticed a square, like a rectangle in the dust that's just perfectly clean, as if something was there.
Okay.
And then, dude, back to, excuse me. Oh God, all the hiccups today. Dude, you enter back into the room where you were horrifically attacked. What are you having a look at? You do have the picture of it, so that if you're looking at the picture of the map, so the bed's at the bottom, and then at the top there is the wardrobe that is open and quite clearly empty, if I remember correctly. I will double check in a second. There is a full-length mirror right next to it, and then there's the 2 doors. One led to the nursery, the other one was bricked up.
All
Yes,
right,
it is an empty
so
wardrobe. Door is like
we-
hanging askew.
Dude is just going to just one thing at a time. So goes back in the room. Where'd that picture go?
It's in Spuddy's place, and it's the second one.
Buddy's place.
With the bed at the bottom.
Right. So enters.
So
the
you
room
enter in from top left,
Yeah.
and then on the
go-
left of the picture, in the top left, is the door to the nursery.
we did that. So he'll go right. So is that the mirror?
So mirror and wardrobe.
Yeah. So he's just gonna go clockwise around the room. Just start at one
Are
thing.
you inspecting like each thing as you go along?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you like head towards the mirror, it is an ornate wooden frame. Flips through notes. Yes. It is an ornate wooden frame carved to look like ivy and berries. And you catch sight of yourself reflected in the mirror. You check yourself out a little bit, and as you watch, you start to shrivel up. You start to see, like, slowly progressing into this skeletally thin reflection of yourself, as if you are right now moments away from starving to death. And you blink, you rub your eyes, and it's back to normal.
Well, so that was weird. So dude will take the small broom that he conjured a little while ago and kind of see if he can check behind the mirror to see if there's like runes or something on the back of it that would do like a magical effect or?
Okay, make a perception check.
Ten.
So you don't see any runes or anything along the mirror or the wooden frame.
All right, onto the wardrobe.
Empty and rotting.
Onto the next thing. You can hand wave this, but this is
Yeah,
what we're
it's-
doing. Yep. Just being thorough.
Mhm.
And we'll proudly come back out of the room and go, clear!
Were you like lifting the mirror away from
Yeah.
the wall to look for the
Yeah.
runes, or were you just
No, I
'Cause
took the
it
broom
makes
to
it-
like pull it away so that it could look up behind it.
right? Because it makes it really hard to do the things. So the perception check is for that. Make me another perception check. Just retrospectively, because it makes it really hard to rule this bit. So,
14.
oh no, it doesn't. It's in a separate section. Okay, cool. You look behind it. You see no runes, nothing.
But I also did an investigation check earlier, but it was more just to get an idea of how I was going to go around the room, which was clockwise, and that's what I'm doing, so we're good.
Yes. So as far as you're aware, the room is clear. You fail to
Mhm.
notice the beholder hiding behind the mirror.
It's like a
Well, that's
Scooby
fine,
Doo.
because that means the beholder
He's
also
just there,
failed
like-
to notice me.
If I can't see you, you can't see me. All the eyes are like wrapped around the
Yep.
central meatball.
That was the baby. It's a baby beholder.
God, a babe holder. So what are you guys doing?
Fun fact, I have a tattoo of a baby beholder.
Nice.
I'll just move clockwise around this room, the Carol Baskin room, and also kind of just look for any secrets are so fun things.
The only thing you really notice that hasn't been noticed or pointed out by the others, there is a dumbwaiter in the corner of the west wall with a button on the wall next to it.
All right, after seeing all that stuff, I'll just leave and go back into the main area.
The layout of this place makes it really tempting to just like Dark Souls something. Of just, I look over the balcony, you fail to notice the fingers holding onto the side and a hollow climbs up. Just the classic Dark Souls shtick of like, oh, I wonder what's over this. Oh, it's another hollow.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't find anything useful in that room. Maybe we need to go down a floor, because it doesn't look like we can go up anymore.
I agree. Let's go.
Sweet.
I don't see any babies. The baby might be scared because we're rather big overall.
Well, and I mean, if it's got weird ghost nannies watching over its crib, I'd be a little scared too.
So I think it teleported downstairs.
I've never dealt with teleporting babies, but in this house it seems like anything is possible.
So, you head down the stairs and you land on the landing of the second floor, which you had a brief look at when you walked past, when you ran past. So, I would like everyone to make me a perception check. So, this is basically what you saw when you were going past and what you're seeing now. And there are 2 doors. I'm about to send you a wee screenshot.
Did a dude climb up on my shoulders before we went down the stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
So, 17 for Duke.
16 for Duke.
Of 16 for Duke. Cool. Everyone else?
15.
I got a
So we've
23.
got
And
16.
11.
Cool. With the 23, you were having like a quick sweep of each floor as you ran up the stairs, as you were like kind of yeah.
I'm looking for
ocular pat down. That
babies.
was the reference I was struggling to think of. You were giving every floor an ocular pat down as you ran up the stairs. The 4 suits of armor in or near effectively each corner of this landing definitely aren't in the same poses that they were when you ran past this landing the first time.
Fine.
Now, those metal suits of armor, the one on the 3rd floor came to life. I don't know. Obviously, I don't think Duke noticed they moved clearly,
No.
but
Just
just a little heads up. Watch out for those things. I
that
don't
one,
trust
in
them.
fairness as well, that one did animate the second like you stepped onto that last step. Here you've kind of hit the landing and nothing's happened.
They're different from last time. I think the baby tried to put on armor. I think that's potentially what happened.
Like last time they were all in the standard guard pose, but now one's like there's another one going.
Very baby-like poses. Alright.
There's one in the corner.
I know that babies are strong enough to. Well, maybe.
Investigate the armor. Maybe the baby fell in the helmet or something. It's trapped.
Oh, well, then Dude will jump off of Duke's shoulder and scamper over and knock on the bottom or on the boot of one of the armors and be like, "Baby, are you in there?"
There is also, so just a reminder of the upper hall. Unlit oil lamps mounted on the walls of an elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of the man and the woman that you saw in the master bedroom, along with 2 familiar-looking, smiling children, Rose and Thorn, who you met by the crossroads. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which the mother regards with a hint of scorn. The suits of armor that you're looking at are each clutching spears and have visored helms shaped like a wolf's head. And then the doors on either side of the hall are carved
Where's
with
Ethan for the
dancing
wolf helm?
youths.
All right.
The doors are carved with dancing youths. As you descend this red marble staircase. So, you're knocking on the armor.
Roll initiative.
Nothing happens.
Oh, okay. I heard the dice roll. I was scared.
Let me check this one. I walk over to the other one.
Nothing happens.
Oh,
I'll
you
go
know,
check the 3rd one.
Yeah, I'm checking number 4 too.
Third
gonna
one,
check
nothing
my-
happens.
I was gonna say I'm gonna check mine with the great axe.
4th one, you poke it with the great axe and it kind of rocks back, rocks forwards, and nothing happens.
I'm still
I'm
not
just
too sure.
Screwing with you guys.
Okay, I'm still not too sure about these things, but how about we
You
go
all
check? Go check
Drops
this
all
door
dice.
over here by the stairs, and I'll go to that door that's right in the map, like the top right corner.
There is
near
no
the
door on
step.
the top. Oh, there is a door in the top right corner. Wow.
At the bottom of the step, right? Is that the
Yeah,
one you're looking
I'm
at?
assuming it's at
Yeah.
the bottom of the stairs for this landing.
Yes. So it's at the the top of the stairs down to the 1st floor. So that's room. This one. It is an undecorated bedroom with a pair of beds with straw-stuffed mattresses which are just rotting to pieces. At the end of each bed is a footlocker that is rotted again, and you can see inside empty. And there is an adjoining closet from the looks of it, and assumptions you could make from previous
Okay.
rooms.
Well,
like as you enter in the room, straight on your left is big kind of closet-style doors.
Okay. I want to go investigate like the beds and stuff that are in there.
Make an investigation check.
Now I'll investigate the closet.
Okay. You open the doors to the closet, and tidy servants' uniforms hang from hooks. They are pretty gross and moth-eaten.
What
Got
did
a
you say?
19.
Tidy.
19. Yeah, they're still in there really tidy, but they're just gross.
They're just nasty. Cool.
Yeah. The beds are pretty gross as well. Like, you poke them, and the straw's all mushy and horrible. It's not great.
Okay, the double doors between the two suits of armor on the top of the map. Pickles is feeling or not Pickles, sorry.
There are no pickles here.
Sorry. Dude is worried about this baby, and so he'll bust those doors open with his little goblin foot and scream, "Baby!" and enter whatever room that is.
Oh, this one has a little text box.
A text box?
Red velvet! Red velvet drapes the cover... no, I've screwed it up already. I'll stop the voice. Red velvet drapes... I'll screw it up again. Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and matching high-back chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in the corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs, and floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the higher shelves.
Now,
It's a cool-looking room. I'm going to try and get a little snap of it without spoilers.
when Detritus
I have to
heard
draw on it to stop spoilers.
when Detritus heard dude do that, because Detritus is still trying to observe everyone he runs into more thoroughly, just to understand who they are. He does the same thing on the opposite end of the doors, where the bottom two doors, like, great job, breaks into the bottom one there.
Okay, let me just draw all over this map, and I will be right with you.
The chairs were overstuffed. With baby?
Yeah, I know. When he said overstuffed, I was like,
So the part blocking out on the right side is just so we don't get it confused, because that is the room that Duke has just gone into.
Right.
And then the part on the left side is just other parts that aren't important, which are part of the map itself. I just wanted to make sure you were focusing solely on the room. The door!
This room is mine.
It's just a really nicely designed library layout, so it's got to be shared. Yeah, it's a good room
being a wizard.
for dude to walk into, yeah.
Yeah, being a wizard, dude immediately goes to the bookshelves and starts, this is a fancy house, so there must be fancy books.
Oh, yeah. So as you start looking, Detritus... What number is that room that you've just kicked the door open to? I'm looking at the player map, that's why it has no numbers. 10. You tried to copy dude, and instead of kicking the door open, you kick in like the wrong place and put your foot through the middle of the door, and just kind of like withdraw, try again, and kick the doors open.
good idea.
So, room 10. Gossamer drapes cover the windows of this elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier. Thank you very much, typos, D&D Beyond. Hanging from the ceiling. upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner, and near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece.
Fascinating. Detritus walks up to the mural that you were saying that all the people were singing and dancing. And he just sits there
It's
and
just like stained glass wall hangings.
stained glass. And
How can you
because
have
he's
stained
fascinated.
glass wall hangings? Is it wall hangings of stained glass?
Magic.
Or I guess
Explains
like
it all.
I see wall hangings. I think like a banner, but I guess it's like a pane of stained glass with a frame that they have hung on the wall.
Right.
That would
Interesting.
make sense, Mitch.
The shadow box.
Yeah.
And Detritus looks at it and is like, fascinating. And he starts trying to mimic the poses of the
Make a
humans.
performance check. Because why not? We never get to use performance much.
Right? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing here.
We also might have lost Jordan. I don't know if it's just his video.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
They always come back.
Got a 9.
You think you're doing a pretty good job.
Ah. Yeah, yes. Like that.
So, whilst this is happening, dude, you start looking at the books.
Yeah!
Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just scanning all of them?
Well, as a wizard, of course, he is always looking for any spell type
Mhm.
books, or arcana lore and history would be his
So-
main target.
With a brief check of the bookshelves, they seem to hold hundreds of tomes which cover a range of topics, including history, warfare, and alchemy. There is one kind of standalone book with a bit of a different looking spine and cover. And as you pull it out to look at it, it says Van Richten's Guide to Hunting Monsters. There are, and like you kind of recognize the name. There's like two big names when it comes to those kind of books. There's Volo's Guide to Monsters, which is like fantastic beasts and where to find them. And there's Van Richten's Guide to Hunting Monsters, which is like, here's the same thing, but I'm going to tell you how to bisect a demon and kill all of its children. He's a very, very famous monster hunter.
Yes. So, dude will definitely hang on to that. And, if we could snag one of those alchemical books, he probably would.
Yeah. You pull out one of the alchemical books. Towards the back, there's also several shelves which contain first edition collected works of poetry and fiction.
Actually, well, no, we're a party wizard. Poetry, slam poetry. Yeah, we'll grab that.
You do notice a copy of 50 Best Parties and How to Plan Them. First edition.
Grabs.
50
You
Shades
notice
of Party.
you notice it is second edition, but it is a copy of Mordenkainen's Musings,
Oh,
which is just like his commentaries where he's just like, met this wizard, he's a dick. Met this wizard, he's an asshole. Met Tasha, she's a bitch. It's just Mordenkainen being rude about everyone.
well, we grab it.
um,
Patty especially clings onto that one. She's
And
very
seeing
interested in the
as-
hot goss.
you are, I guess, investigating all of them. Can you make me a perception check, please?
We will see.
I am for sure just standing in the on the landing, looking back and forth between both rooms, just
Yeah,
going like,
as you walk into the landing and you realize they're both gone, you notice the suits of armor have changed pose again, and some of them actually seem to have switched sides.
Oh snap!
Like, the one that had a bit of a scratch on the left pec is now on the other side of the room than it was before.
19!
19.
This is one tricky baby.
You you do notice there is one book which stands out a little strange. All the others have writing on the spines. This one is just a red covered book with a blank spine. It's like, it catches your eye. It's the only one with no writing on the spine.
That's how you know it's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
secret book. He grabs it.
Okay. You grab it and you pull it, and it kind of comes out a little bit, and as it sticks on the bottom corner, you hear...
Guys!
I rush in.
And
What room
would
are we in? What's happened?
be-
What I missed?
so, you were in the same
The
room you were in
servants' room.
before,
Yeah.
and you hear Brumdrum go out onto the landing and go, "That's kind of weird," and then you hear a click, a whir, and goblins screaming.
Guys!
I will
Found
leave the
a
room I'm
secret
in
door!
and go to wherever dude is.
Yeah, so you can see Dude is now stood in front of a bookcase, and it's indented. One side of it has kind of indented slightly into the what should be wall.
You broke the bookcase.
And we're in the library room, right?
Like, hanging off the book by one arm as it's like 2 or 3 shelves off the floor. In Dude's excitement, he kicked the ladder away.
Yeah.
Hey!
The book, like, the only thing that's keeping the book in place is just the fact that it's part of the mechanism, otherwise it would have fallen out. As you all gather in this library, which I have sent a picture to Spuddies
Nice.
of.
Yes.
It was a bathroom break. See, I hadn't checked Spuddies, that's why I didn't realize you disappeared. So yeah, it has indented slightly, and Dude is just hanging.
I'll go and
Cock-a-doo!
I'll go grab dude. What'd you seem to find?
Nice room. Right here. Look it.
Points at the open.
So yeah, you can see like where it has disjointed.
Okay. I'll reach a big Leonin claw and pry it open.
I mean, all you need to do really is just push, and
Push
it
it.
rolls open.
Okay. I'll do that
Um,
then.
And this secret room contains bookcases packed with even more tomes. There is a heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet which stands against the south wall. Its lid is half closed. Sticking out of the chest is a skeleton in leather armor.
Hmm.
And it looks like, so you can see like the lower half basically of the leather armor, and the top half is presumably inside the chest with the lid closed on its spine.
Hey, was that Van Richten's guide also first edition?
Yes.
Okay. Just updating my inventory.
Let's say at this moment, detritus just realized that everyone's missing. He's still.
Yeah.
He
You
had
come
just
walking
finished
back
doing
into
poses.
the landing, and you're like, these statues have moved. And you hear some screaming, and you're like, oh, I'll follow the screaming. You can see the skeleton's left arm is hanging out of the chest and seems to be clutching something. The right arm is inside the chest.
Oh.
Do
and
the
then there's just
bookcases go
books in
all the
the
way to the
books.
ceiling?
I believe so, just like with the other room.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll set.
There's only like 2 bookcases in this room.
Okay, I'll set dude down.
They're jam-packed.
You explore these here books, and I'll see what's going on with that chest, and I'll go poke it with my great axe.
So, with the books first,
Yes.
So, all of these books seem to deal mostly with the subjects of eternal life, rituals to steal the life force of others through means such as bloodletting, various magical spells, and there is an entire section of books which are strangely dedicated to cannibalism. Can you make me an Arcana check? Which I imagine is probably going to go well. Watch it be in that one. Mary is typing.
Oh, that's a
Arcana
nat
check.
20
Ooh.
Nice. How comes it's rolling
Plus-
with advantage?
because I have a familiar, and my
Oh, yeah.
familiar helps me in all things.
Yes. So natural 20. You haven't come across these books, but you've come across these kind of books where it's like, hey, you unsuspecting customer who's totally gonna buy my totally bogus book, do you want to learn how to live forever? Eat your family. And it's like, all of these books are pretty fake and are just those kind of books where it's like, yes, this is the Necronomicon.
So, dude, as he sees those, will be tossing them over his shoulder, like,
Fake!
Sham. Ah.
but if there
Oh,
are
yes.
any,
They're all just
Yeah.
like hitting Brum.
Snake oil.
but if there were any of the ones with magic spells, maybe, if they were any good. But if they're all
They
crap,
all
just
seem absolute shit. Like, you look at it and it's like, you flip through one of the spell books.
Who would buy this?
It's got like, it details out meteor swarm, and you're reading it, and you're like, but if someone does it this way, they're not gonna hit their enemies with them. This is gonna cast meteor swarm like centered on them. So it's like, you're reading them and it's like, they are kind of spells, but it was written by someone who has no idea what they're doing, and some of them will like accidentally kill you. Some of them just will not work. Like the water breathing spell just straight up will not work and you will drown.
Yeah. See, this is why you do your research and you only buy from verified sources.
So,
Peer-reviewed spellbooks.
what were you poking with the axe? The chest or the skeleton?
The chest.
Okay. Are you just poking it or are you trying to like open the lid?
I'll try to open the lid.
Okay. You open the lid, it opens with a creak, and the skeleton like slides out and
Okay.
falls to pieces.
All right, then I'll
You do
I'll-
see like the rib cage and armor still intact. There are 3 darts stuck in the armor and rib cage, and you get the impression that's what happens when you open the chest. Doesn't happen anymore because this guy died of it.
Fair. You said his hand, this arm that's sticking out was holding something?
It looked like it might be clutching something, yeah.
Okay.
The
I'll
left
check
arm.
out the skeleton and the remains of the chest.
Okay, so, are you investigating that arm?
I was just going to grab what it looked like he was clutching, and I was going to
Okay.
investigate the
You
rest of
pull
it.
out a letter with another
Another
wax
letter.
seal with a very, very elegant S in the seal. No windmills, just an S.
I'm gonna spend 10 minutes ritual casting Gentle Repose on the
Cool.
skeleton.
Cool.
While he's doing that, I'm going to read the letter.
Okay, you crack the seal.
And Beholder appears!
I'm so happy you did, because it's one of my favorite letters in the entire game, purely for this opening. My most pathetic servants. I allow you and your pathetic band of miscreants to exist in my land only for my own amusement. I am not your messiah, and have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. Continue your farcical rituals and have your meals of flesh, Carve my visage into every stone that you see. Sire as many bastards as you wish. I care not. You are all but worms, writhing in my earth, and I shall not save you from your wretchedness. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and benevolent master, Count Strahd von Zarevich. It is the sassiest letter I have ever seen in any pre-written module ever, and I love it. Who starts a letter with my most pathetic servants?
Strahd.
Strahd.
So after
Like-
reading that, I'll say
If and when I become a boss in a company, every company email I send out will start my most pathetic servants.
you probably won't be boss for very long.
No, but it'll be totally worth it.
If you read that out loud, it's gonna end with dude going,
Wicked burns.
I'm not gonna read
Or,
it out
like,
loud, but I'll
sign
say
them
it.
all
Well,
off, your dread lord and benevolent master.
well, according to this letter, there was some stuff that the political powers that be did not approve of.
Oh, there's
So,
this crap in these books. I can understand why.
Yeah, it definitely seems like some shady stuff was going on here that was not approved by the powers that be. And then I'll look in the chest.
They ate the baby. I think they ate the baby. I was kidding about it before, but I think they ate the baby.
Well, good thing there's Barovia Child Protective Services on the case.
They ate the baby.
I think they ate the
They ate
baby.
the baby. The chest contains 3 books with black leather covers, 3 scrolls, a further 2 scrolls which look a bit more fancy, and a signed will.
I'm gonna read that will, please.
"Hey,
Okay.
Are the books how to prepare and cook babies?
Some of the ones
So-
over there are.
In essence, the will is bequeathing the house, a windmill, and all other family property to ones Rosavalda and Thornabold Durst in the event of their parents' untimely demise.
Did the kids introduce themselves to us?
They did
Yeah, that's
as
the kids. That's the
Rosavalda
ghost kids.
and Thornabolt Durst.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
they didn't say
coincidence.
Durst, but they just said Rose and Thorn.
I don't. If the kids are ghosts or not, they should probably know they own the house.
And some sort of windmill, apparently,
Yeah.
according to the will.
Dude, I think you might like these, and I'll bring you the
There's,
3
yeah, so
books.
there's 3 books, 3 scrolls, and then
2
another
of
2
which-
scrolls which look different.
Oh, so there's 5 scrolls total.
Yes.
Okay.
3 books.
I mean, looking at them,
3 scrolls.
dude would
2
instantly
fancy
be like,
scrolls.
those 3 are spell scrolls, gimme.
yeah."
For
Which
me.
I'll totally give you the
Instant
spell
looking.
scrolls.
So the spell scrolls are Bless, Protection from Poison, and Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh.
And presumably, dude flicks through the black leather books, all 3 of which are blank.
Say spiritual weapon.
Yes. They are blank, but they do look to be worth about like 20, 25-ish gold each. And then the other 2 scrolls you probably don't care about because they don't look like spell scrolls.
Could I? Oh, I want to investigate the fancy scrolls, just
Okay.
to kind of see what they look like.
The first one is a deed to one Durst Manor.
To the manor. Okay.
You opening the second?
Yeah, why not?
The second is a deed which refers to a windmill to the west of the village of Barovia.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, no, it's because they mention a different town here. It's situated in the mountains east of Valaki, west of Barovia.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket the windmill deed, and then I'm gonna keep the will and the deed to the manor together. And then, is there anything else in here we need to grab?
It's just
or-
sad that the 3 books that are definitely spell books are empty.
That doesn't mean they'll stay that way.
Once you start writing in them.
Yeah.
I'm
Is there-
very sad about the baby.
Yeah, there's no sign of a baby.
Because they ate it.
Maybe we should just assume that it's gone and leave the house. Or, I mean, there's still that monster thing we gotta deal with, isn't there?
Yeah. I
There's
mean, the
also a
ghost
whole
kids
ground
were
floor you
still...
haven't checked out.
Maybe they tried to eat the baby and the baby turned into a monster and ate its way out of them, and that's how they died.
Oh,
Like the way you think, even if
I mean, I
it's
hate it,
very
but I like
disturbing.
it.
That's pretty metal.
Punk rock.
I like it.
There is one room that we haven't explored with the
Go.
beautiful mural.
Oh yeah, the one you were dancing in.
Yeah.
Well, let's go see if there's anything hidden in there.
Are the suits of armor different?
Yeah.
Again.
You head back out onto the landing, and all of you notice the suits of armor have changed poses, changed sides.
Can I grab
just
one of
seem
the
to be moving.
helmets?
Sure.
I'll take it with me into the next room.
Are all four of them in different poses, or like some
All four of them change every time.
Okay. I want to take one of the spears and then go into the room.
Okay. You head into the room.
Yep.
Basically the same as when Detritus left it. Gossamer drapes covering the windows. Very elegant hall, even though it's covered in dust and age and cobwebs. Tarnished brass chandelier in the ceiling. You can see the hangings that he had mentioned, which depicted beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments, which obviously doesn't really seem to have aged much, given that it is, in fact, glass.
Yes.
And then there is a fireplace. Fire. Near the fireplace is the harp and a harpsichord. And there are alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorning the mantelpiece of the fireplace. Fire.
That's a beautiful harp. I don't play, but he walks up. As soon as he says that, he walks up and tries to attempt to play.
I actually feel thankful I've never heard anyone badly play the harp, so I don't actually know what that sounds like, but I imagine it's not fun.
Yeah, probably something terrible.
If you're going to try and play it, make a performance check.
Got a 5.
You guys all get an excellent rendition of exactly how it sounds when someone has no idea how to play the harp and plays it very, very, very badly.
That wasn't too bad.
Just the sound of like metal fingers scraping across the strings.
I think it's more like this.
Oh, he's gonna try it now.
See? Much better.
Just like the tiniest little bit better.
Well, not to give it away, but was in a band once or twice. Let me give the old whack at that musical instrument. Mitch is like, I hate you all for the harp.
We're all very poorly.
Patty and Duke just try
Patty
to do it at the
comes
same
over.
time.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Lovely music.
Well,
Oh, man.
you know, I more tickled the ivories, and I see there's a piano in this room.
Wow, we really all.
Still alive. Patty's just following me, like running over my finger. It's
He's-
probably
he's
better
not
because Patty got
used
it
to
slow.
he's not used to pianos that aren't Leonin paw sized.
Yeah.
Mm,
There we
Patty,
go.
Patty plays
makes sense.
hot cross buns on the
Drum
piano.
for the harpsichord or the harp?
That's for the harpsichord.
Okay, you kind of push them out the way and you sit down and produce a very nice rendition of Welcome to the Black Parade. That's nice and
The
easy.
song of my people.
Dun, 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 dun.
The dwarves taught me something about music.
nice.
You know what, back where the dwarves were, they had machines playing the piano for them.
Oh, they for sure have taverns with the self-playing pianos.
What wall was the mural on?
For like Western style. So the stained glass wall hangings are beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. And then on the mantelpiece is the alabaster figurines, which have well-dressed dancers. Those are the two depictions in the room.
Does it look like the alabaster figures can mimic the mural, the stained glass mural?
Are you gonna pick them up and have a look?
Yeah.
Or just inspect closely? You get a bit closer to the figurines, and close inspection actually reveals that several of them are instead just carvings of very well dressed but skeletons.
Huh. I'll start like moving them different ways and almost not quite playing with them, but kind of just
A panel on
rearranging
the
them.
wall on the side slides open. You know, you play with them. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, I'm the fanciest girl at the party.
I think there's
Doesn't
anything else.
really, nothing really happens.
Alright, I'm looking for the baby elsewhere.
And then one of the heads turns, I'm going to eat your soul.
Wow. Dark.
Is there a kitchen on the first floor?
Probably. We didn't
That's a good
really
point. We
take
should
the
check
time
there.
to look around.
If there's a kitchen, maybe the baby was like being prepared in the kitchen, and so we should go check
Just on a
there.
spit above the fire.
We go.
It's like a pot. It's like a hot tub.
And so, as you make your way down to the first floor, I am afraid I'm gonna have to
Sorry.
leave it there for this week. For this episode of The Morning Adventures of Duke and Dude. Join us next week.
That's all, folks.
And I will stop recording.